I knocked on doors that weren't for me, in towns I knew too distantly. Each step I took erased my face, like walking through a time misplaced. The walls looked on but didn't see. They held no space, no room for me. I left no mark, I made no sound, as if I never touched the ground. I passed myself on streets unknown, a ghost pretending to be grown. The sun came up, the sky was wide, but still I lived just out of sight. Drop from trembling hands. The echo heard but never stayed. In love it flickered, then it strayed. The mirrors knew what I had missed, a shadow drawn where I don't exist. And every light that tried to find just brushed the edges of my mind. If presence is a place you hold, then I am neither young nor old, just lingering in vacant air, a silence seated everywhere. I held a spark too soft to stay. It tried to speak, then slipped away. A name it whispered, faint and small, then vanished up the quiet wall. It burned in me, but not for long, like half-remembered notes of song, a flicker in the rearview light that warmed the edge, then left the night. I almost felt to take me home, a warmth that asked to be my soul. But time stood still and turned its head, and left it glowing soft instead. I traced it back in dreams I keep, the ones that only burn in sleep. It danced like hope that's always late, a fire too tired to meet its fate. The ash it left still clings to me in corners where I used to be. Another page that glows then dims, a flame that never learned to swim. And so I breathe its quiet name, another soft retreat in flame, still lit beneath the days I hide, still burning on some other side.
I shaped the quiet into stone, a place to stand when left alone. Each breath withheld became a wall to hold me up or let me fall. The words I never dared to say are bricks I laid to keep away, a fortress made of muted nights, of unsung truths and flickering lights. I didn't mean to stay inside, but silence taught me how to hide. I built a room both safe and wide, where dreams could knock but not reside. Past the place I meant to be, a thought postponed indefinitely. The hours spoke, then turned their face and left me stranded in this space. I whispered plans I once had drawn, but time kept dragging me along. The door stayed shut, the path unclear, still waiting for a voice to hear. I saw the life I could have led, a thread undone, a line unread. Each dream postponed, not cast away, just shelved behind the weight of day. The days grew tall, the nights fell wide. Too much I kept, too much I lied. I held it off, I kept it neat, but silence piled beneath my feet. Regret comes softly dressed in gray. It never leaves, it doesn't stay. A promise made beneath my breath now echoes in the arms of death. I saw the life I could have led, a thread undone, a line unread. Each dream postponed, not cast away, just shelved behind the weight of day. I'm the paths I didn't use, a list of hopes I made to keep and left for later, in too deep. The floor remembers where I've been. Though I walk soft, though I walk thin, the dust remains, but never tells what silence built between the shells. No echo clings, no mark remains, just fading lines in window panes. I tried to leave a trace, a sign, but even shadows won't align. The path ahead, the one I knew, feels haunted now by something true. But every mile I meant to take now falls behind like some mistake.
future I couldn't feel, a past too quiet to be real. The world went on, I stayed behind, half out of place, half out of time. And every voice I tried to be now walks in someone else, not me. In steps I lost, in thoughts I missed, in the absence of footsteps I still exist.
Like whispers falling out to sea, still hoping for a sound to start, to walk again with my whole heart, to walk again with my whole heart. I walked a path where voices fade, where every step feels self-betrayed. The sky leaned down but wouldn't speak, and all I found was silence bleak. The letters carved along the stone were once alive, now left alone. They spoke of dreams, of love, of pain, now scattered like a ghost of rain. I knelt where memories turned to rust, and traced old names left in the dust. I knew them once, or so I thought, but time erases all we're taught. A whisper danced across the ground. It held no face, it made no sound, but still it reached and brushed my hand, as if to say, you understand. These names once sang, once burned with light, but vanished softly out of sight. Now all that's left are faded marks and echoes lost in quiet dark. I knelt where memories turned to rust, and traced old names left in the dust. I knew them once, or so I thought, but time erases all we're taught. I stood and let the moment be, grateful what I couldn't see, still feeling every name I passed alive in me, though none could last. used to echo through the walls, a voice too loud for quiet halls, a name that burned, a sound that stayed until the silence made it fade. I shouted just to feel alive, to mark the space where I'd arrive. But all that thunder, raw and deep, now hides beneath what I can't keep. I thought the world would bend to sound, that meaning rose from being loud. But every word I meant to keep now sinks beneath where silence sleeps. The hush that came and stole it all. I listened for a trace of me, but only ghosts spoke honestly. I used to stir the air around, my soul a pulse, my breath unbound. But now I whisper in defeat, where rhythm ends and loss repeats. I thought the world would bend to sound, that meaning rose from being loud. But every word I meant to keep now sinks beneath where silence sleeps. Where silence sleeps. If once I was the noise I made, then now I'm just a dim cascade, still waiting for a voice to rise from every echo memory hides. From every echo memory hides. I walked into a room once bright, now soaked in echoes void of light. The walls remembered more than me, a ghost of who I used to be. The floorboards held a name I lost, each step a shadow I had crossed. I tried to speak but found instead a silence louder than what's said. The dawn arrived but never stayed, like promises we have conveyed. I searched for warmth in faded things, in letters, blood and broken rings. A voice that once could fill the air now barely whispers it was there. A self I thought would rise again, just scattered in the might have been.
wavelength, where every moment slowly shrinks. I followed sounds I couldn't place, 1,000 rooms, not one a face. I waited for a sign, a spark, but only found the growing dark. I kept on walking out of view, becoming what I never knew. I built a life from quiet dust, from memories I dared to trust. But every line that shaped my skin held something deeper locked within. A name unsaid, a thought restrained, a part of me still unexplained. And though the night is long and bare, alone, unspoken, I am there. Walk but never leave the ground. Each step a thought that circles around. The sky might change, the world might spin, but still I stay where I have been. No maps can draw the path I tread. Winds through all I left unsaid. Each memory a crooked sign that points me back to what was mine. The silence hums beneath my skin, an echo of what could have been. I see the turns I didn't take, still burning softly. I never reached to kiss, they line this road I walk alone, a trail of truths I've never known. The road inside me twists and bends through questions that outlive their ends. It leads through pain I didn't show and carries all I'll never know. I spoke in ways the world ignored, each syllable a
came with hope. The tighter silence pulled the rope. They heard the sound but not the plea. A voice mistaken endlessly. I wrapped my heart in sharpened tone, but every echo felt alone. The louder that I tried to stay, the more they backed their thoughts away. I filled the space with what I meant, but none could hear the cracks it bent. Faint like half a dream, a memory with edges blurred, of someone trying to be heard. Now quiet fits me like a glove, but I still carry all I was. A volume left outside the door, still waiting to be less ignored. If ever I was heard, not known, then all my fire burned alone, still pulsing in a voiceless crowd, still standing there, left out I clutched the air like something real, a truth too quiet to reveal. Each echo told me I was near, but never far enough from fear. I spoke in hopes that sound would stay, but silence always found a way to pull my voice into the void, where every answer was destroyed. I traced the shape of what I lost and tried to hold it at all costs, but hands can't carry weight
kept asking why I stayed inside the hollow dreams I made. And still I swore there must be more behind each locked and closing door. The years I gripped, the names I missed, all vanished in a silent twist. Still here I stand with fists so tight around what vanished out of sight. I traced the shape of what I lost and tried to hold it at all cost. But hands can't carry weightless things like faded hopes or broken wings. I refuse to waste, yet in my grasp there's only air and shadows of what wasn't there.
I woke inside a half-formed day where colors seemed to drift away. The walls around me didn't hold, just empty frames and feelings old. The morning touched but didn't stay. It passed like words I meant to say. A voice inside I tried to speak, but broke before it reached the peak. Walk through streets I used to know, but every step failed years ago. The windows stared, the silence grew. The world outside no longer knew. The air was there, but wouldn't breathe like truths we only half believe. I looked for signs in sky and sound, but all I saw was nothing found. Time when every song still held a rhyme. The echo stayed a step behind, a rhythm I could never find. And so I stayed within the space between the ache and what I faced. I tried